I started renovating my first house on my own with no experience whilst working full-time on February the 15th, 8 months ago. It's a 3-bedroom, semi-detached house with a huge garden. It used to have 2 front doors. I've dropped a plasterboard on my head, had a plastic bottle full of hot water explode just seconds after I was holding it at the top of a ladder, and I finally have a kitchen 8 months in. But I'll come on to all of these things soon. Downstairs is slowly getting there, and it's good to have my first room almost finished. I've already done some big recap videos, so I'll just do a real quick breakdown before bringing you up to speed with what's happened in month 8. I bought the house with all of the old owner stuff in it, so my first job was to clear it all out, including over 1-year-old food waste. I then ripped everything out, including the old kitchen, and I knocked down a wall between the old kitchen and utility to open it up into one bigger space. I stripped wallpaper from absolutely every room and ceiling in the house, which led to me finding a huge crack in a window lintel in the living room. I got this replaced, and at the same time got one of my 2 front doors bricked up and replaced with a window. I took up all the carpets, got a 26k quote to fix a sulfate attack damaged concrete floor I had downstairs, so I decided to do the work myself with the help of a few friends and family. This included breaking up and digging out the whole downstairs floor by hand, brought in 9 tons of hardcore once again by hand, laid DPM and had fresh concrete poured. At this point, I started getting kitchen designs and started work on the overgrown garden. I removed all my plasterboard ceilings downstairs and de-nailed every joist. I had my first fixed plumbing and electrics done, started prepping my downstairs for plastering, then insulated my downstairs ceiling joists. After that, I had a plasterer in to plaster my downstairs, but I thought I'd attempt putting up plasterboard ceilings for the first time, and I had one drop on my head. I tried bricklaying with the help of my builder as we blocked up an old chimney that's being fully sealed on the roof, and I prepped my downstairs floor ready to be insulated by cutting back plasterboards. The insulation boards then got laid, and whilst waiting for my screed to be laid, I stripped the upstairs ceilings of wallpaper, which actually led to me almost getting burnt when a spray bottle exploded just seconds after I put it down. Around this time, I started live streaming some of the renovation on twitch.tv/BenjiGS. It was then time for one of the most stressful weeks of the renovation, as I had to lay my underfloor heating whilst being on a tight deadline. I also had to move up my plumbing second fix due to my mistake. Then I had to lay my perimeter insulation, the membrane, and the underfloor heating itself, then have my plumber connect it all to the manifold after installing a brand new boiler. It meant my screed got laid on time, which meant I finally had a floor again for the first time in months. Then I had to cut back the DPM and perimeter insulation, and I miscoated my full downstairs in advance of my electrician coming back for my second fix. Then I started painting my kitchen and laying my LVT flooring in there too. But it turns out it isn't best practice to put a kitchen on a floating floor, so adjustments to this had to be made. My kitchen then got delivered, and in between that and my fitter starting, I drew up a floor plan and got some measurements in my bathroom to start designing that. The following day, it was time for my kitchen install to start, and over the coming days, it got better and better until it was finally finished and now looks beautiful. The install didn't come without its problems, as a gas pipe had to be moved and some other small things, but we got there in the end. There's still a lot of snagging to do in the kitchen, but my focus then switched to getting the living room caught up by clearing all the waste in there before starting to paint it. Within the next few weeks, my downstairs should be in a nice place before I need to start work on the full upstairs. So make sure to hit follow to stay up to date with the journey that is my first house renovation. If you want to see more, I also upload weekly long form videos on YouTube.